Good morning, everyone. I am Nina Claire Mortega. My topic is the continuation of lesson 4, affective assessment. Right now, I'm going to discuss about the assessment on the affective domain, or I'm going to share it to you about what I have understood in this topic. Assessment in the affective domain is not only intended for teachers to gather information about students, but it is also useful for students themselves. Through affective assessment, students became aware of their feelings, emotions, and attitudes towards their learning. This self-awareness allows them to reflect on how they are functioning in the learning process. For example, a student who realizes that they feel anxious or uninterested during lessons, it can reflect on how these emotions affect their learning. And that this kind of reflection is a form of metacognition, which has been proven to enhance learning and contribute to success in the student's academic tasks. It is also states that student attainment is the result of the functioning of the whole personality, meaning that learning involves more than the intellectual ability alone. So both affective or the both cognitive and affective aspects influence learning outcomes. So, for example, a student may understand the lesson content, but still perform poorly because of its low interest or student's motivation. So, this supports that cognitive and affective assessment should work in tandem as supported by the empirical studies. Unlike cognitive and psychomotor assessment, it clarifies that affective assessment does not determine students' grades. Instead, it helps teachers identify what steps need to be taken to help students achieve academic success. So, another example. When a teacher observes that a student feels nervous and hesitant during learning activities. So, this information, it is not used for grading, but to decide how to better support these students. Knowing what the students view, perceive, and feel while engaging in learning activities helps teachers improve their teaching strategies and enhance learning. The affective assessment provides supplemental information about learning difficulties or behavior problems that affect learning. So there is an example given in the books. The students who feel nervous upon seeing numerical symbols and signs of operation. So this fear of mathematics causes anxiety, which may lead to the student's poor performance or even failure. So a student who become anxious during math activities may struggle not because of lack of knowledge but because of fear associated with the subject. As we all know, like some of the teachers often focus on students' content knowledge and may feel frustrated when students show poor achievements. But ang kaning low performance may be caused by affective factors such as the attitudes, interests, and the motivations of the students. For example, as students shows little interest sa class activities and also lack motivations may perform even if capable siya ana nga activity. So according to Stiggins, motivation daw and desire are the foundation of the learning. And without the desire of learning, ang learning does not occur or walay mahitabong learning if a student walay desire to learn. And also from Pupam, who contends the affective variables are often more significant than cognitive variables. So kanisiya, it explained ang recent educational practices gives more importance sa assessing affective characteristics sa mga learners. Whereas in the past, more effort was devoted to measure sa cognitive learning behaviors. For example, ani kay ang katong students positive or negative attitude niya towards their learning, it may influence the achievement or more strongly than the cognitive abilities sa student. So this acknowledges that assessment in the affective domain is more difficult to assess and objectively analyze because affective objective range from simple attention to complex internal qualities of character and thinking of the students. And it is easier to measure test scores than to assess students' internal attitudes or emotional responses. And the teacher still needs to deal or the teacher still needs to deal with assessment and measurement of students' abilities in this domain because of its important role in learning. That would be all. Thank you.